I earned 2 undergraduate degrees, a master's in organizational psychology, an MBA, and a PhD in management and organizational development. Based on my work, I know for sure that at one time or another, most of us have lost our belief in work. We have felt the pain of being excluded from informal networks, the stress of trying to keep up with the pace of change, or burnout after putting in countless hours to get the next promotion, only to be overlooked or disillusioned with cutthroat corporate cultures. We are tired of accepting the myth that individual advancement must come at a cost to ourselves and the people we work with. I want my workplace to change, but there isn't anything I can do to change it, a manager once said to me with complete sincerity. But we are our workplaces. Saying there is nothing we can or should do to change is like assuming aspens have stayed alive for so long by outcompeting one another. Just like a tree is part of a forest, our workplaces are communities, an intricate network of people who rely on one another to survive and flourish. So understanding how to make your workplace work for you starts with understanding your place within it. This book details what it takes to advance at work, but more important, how we derive fulfillment from what we do and contribute beyond a job description. I hope that every listener will understand why our collective survival, much like a tree depends on its forest, is determined by our ability to read the air. Introduction. A businessman in Kyoto was in a lunch meeting with his new client. After cordial exchanges, they got down to business. After a while, the client complimented the businessman's watch. Proud and pleased, the man looked at his watch, smiling, marveling at the features of the fancy piece while retelling the story of buying it. The client's face fell, unimpressed by the tale, and he became disengaged in further business discussion. Wondering what he had said wrong, the man studied his watch again, and he noted the time and realized their meeting had gone over the scheduled hour. He had missed the client's subtle cue to wrap up the conversation. The businessman shared his experience on Twitter, and the tweet went viral because his experience is something we can all relate to. So many of us struggle to know how to manage the informal interactions and experiences of work. For example, do you know, without looking at your watch, when a meeting is nearly over? Do you know when it is the right time to ask for a raise? Do you understand the subtext of what is being said or not said? Can you read the subtle meaning behind someone looking at their watch? The informal side of working life is challenging to manage because it is invisible. Think about the first job you ever had. How did you learn to do your job? All the official work rules, like the hours you need to work and most of the tasks you need to complete, are explicitly clear because they are written down or communicated in a policy, employee handbook, or job description. But there is another side to working life that doesn't get communicated. The informal rules, which include the norms, expectations, and behaviors that govern how things get done. For example, when you start out in your workplace, you might observe how people interact and what behavior gets rewarded. Your coworkers might welcome you over Zoom, take you out for coffee, or schedule a virtual lunch to get to know you. Each of these observations and interactions helps you piece together how your workplace works. The Japanese have a term for understanding the how of work or reading the shared norms of social situations. Kuki o yomu, which translates to read the air. The Japanese businessman failed to read the air and wrap up the meeting, which is so unusual in Japan that he felt the need to tweet about his mistake. In Japanese culture, learning to read the air is about grasping the subtext of what is being communicated.